With threats to our nation waiting around every corner, adaptability is more important than ever. When conditions change without notice, quick strategic thinking is crucial. And with obstacles consistently impending, determination is essential in overcoming them. It's this willingness, decisiveness, and resilience that sets Marines apart. With our fighting spirit, we don't just fight battles, we win them. Marines are the constant our nation counts on to fight the unknown. And through adaptable problem solving, we do just that. Learn more at marines.com.
Getting engaged is a moment worth cherishing. A one-of-a-kind ring that you design at Blue Nile can help your love sparkle. Just choose your diamond and setting. When you've found the one, you'll get it delivered right to your door. Finding the right engagement ring can be nerve-wracking. At Blue Nile, you'll have the expert guidance needed and a diamond guarantee that ensures you're getting the highest quality at the best price. Cherish all of life's moments and save up to 30% at BlueNile.com. That's BlueNile.com.
We've all got those parts of our house where the internet just won't go. Well, if you had wall-to-wall Wi-Fi from Xfinity, you could worry less about dead spots. Because with wall-to-wall Wi-Fi from Xfinity, you get fast speeds, reliable connection in every room, and power for all your devices, even when everyone's online. That's wall-to-wall Wi-Fi, only on the Xfinity 10G network. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary.
This is Back on Track from Anything But Footy, the interview series featuring Team GB and Para GB athletes aiming for Tokyo 2020 in 2021. Our guest in this episode is athlete Natasha Cockram. Natasha is the British Marathon champion, having won the London Marathon in October. At the start of 2020, she gave up her job, left home in Wales and moved to Norfolk to pursue her ambition of qualifying for the Olympics. Her time wasn't quite good enough to qualify for Tokyo, but her personal best of 2:30.50 set in Dublin in 2019 means she's hopeful of making the team despite the setbacks of this year.
2020 obviously hasn't gone to plan for, I don't think, anyone so far, but I think it was January time I quit my job back in Wales in the Welsh Government to focus on the running. So relocated to Norfolk with the hope that I'd just focus on Olympic trials and then Olympics, which would have already been this past August. So yeah, obviously nothing's gone to plan, but still hoping for Tokyo 2021 if that goes ahead.
You're the British Marathon champion. How close are you, do you think, then, to that qualification time and that qualification position? How hopeful are you?
Based on my actual time, I'm 80 seconds off the qualification time, which over the marathon, it sounds like a lot, but over 26 miles, it's not actually a great deal. And where I ran my fastest time, it was actually in Dublin on a hilly course. So I think that in itself will give me a faster time if I can get a fast flat course in somewhere, if that happens, if COVID allows. So I think it is definitely doable to get that Olympic qualifying time. It's just when and where that will happen.
Was it always the plan to become British champion?
No, not at all. So obviously the original plan was to trial in London in April. That was going to be the Olympic qualification race originally, but obviously COVID changed that. So they put on the London Marathon in October, which is the very safe environment in the bubble, 3 weeks before I got injured. So that kind of dampened that a bit, but we still went there with the aim of getting that standard because we had nothing to lose. And yeah, obviously we didn't get that standard, but came out as British champions, so can't be too disappointed.
What was it like running in that bubble of the London Marathon? Such a different race from the 40 that have gone before.
Yeah, it was very different because obviously London normally is just an amazing atmosphere with all the crowds, and yeah, it was just very different. It felt more like an elite track race rather than a marathon, which is what I kind of moved away from, as I just loved the atmosphere from the marathon. But it was nice to get back into that elite bubble as well and put full focus on myself, really. And yeah, British champion, so it obviously came off okay for me.
You obviously took that decision to go for the Olympics, and then COVID came along. How are you living? How are you surviving at the moment? And how are you still hoping that you can get to Tokyo?
So when we did find out that the trials and then Olympics were cancelled, we didn't stop the training. We carried on training as hard as we could. I was actually injured throughout a lot of lockdown, for the first lockdown. So it's just managing that myself. But we just kept going as if everything was still going to be on, and we're still working as if we are going to still make the Olympics, and keeping that goal in the back of my mind, not losing the focus. And yeah, just always working, putting the work in day out, and not letting things like COVID get in the way of that.
And you've had some support from local businesses, or how do you keep doing the training?
Yeah, I think that is really a big thing of it as well, because I think it's also part of the motivating factor to have brands behind me, supporting me. So I have a few nutritional companies. So I have Revy's helping out with my nutrition. So they're providing me caffeine. And it's not even that, it goes beyond just the Revy strips. So obviously they are helpful, but like the brand itself is just such a nice, friendly brand, and always supporting their customers and athletes. So they're quite often in contact, which I think in a time like COVID, where you're not getting much contact with other people, it is so important that brands like that do support their customers and athletes.
Just look ahead for us, Natasha. Imagine you're in Tokyo, you're on the start line, it's the Olympic marathon. What would it mean to you to be wearing that Team GB vest, to be an Olympian?
I just feel so proud to be representing everyone else who has helped me along the way, because without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. Without them, I probably, if I do make the Olympics, I would not be there without them. I've just got such a big team behind me, and it would be as much their moment as it is my own moment. So all the brands, my physios, coaches, my partner, family, just everyone, they're all part of it. So I think to be on the start line, representing Great Britain, it would just be amazing to think that I could do that for everyone else around me.
Natasha Cockram, British marathon champion and Olympic hopeful. This is the series where we speak to Team GB and Para-GB athletes preparing for Tokyo 2020 in 2021. You've been listening to Back on Track from Anything But Footy.
Social Podcast Network.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.